In my last video, I was hurrying to plant in my garden so that I can travel. What I did not tell you is that I was traveling to stay with my parents for 1 month. All 6 children, my dog Obi, and myself packed into our truck, left our suburban home, and ventured off to the countryside. I wanted a break from the norm, and I wanted to visit our 3+ acre land which is next door to my parents. I have been dreaming for a while to have a functioning homestead and have self-sufficiency. My plan was to do a perk test on my land and map out where the house would go, orchard and garden. When I got to my land, everything was overgrown, and to clear the land was taking longer than expected. So instead, I decided to garden and grow food with my parents, and then I'd go back and forth from my suburban home in Tennessee. Unfortunately, I was only able to stay for 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks while I was there, we were able to plant a few things and to get the soil prepped that I can plant a garden in my parents' area. Their garden is on a slope, and I was not happy about that, but I was able to help my dad out into starting his garden because my parents are pretty busy and they don't always have time to garden the way that they would like. And my father expressed to me that he wanted to grow all of his own food. Parents were having unexpected guests to come over, and they were leaving town, and the children and I would be there by ourselves. My husband was not comfortable with it, and neither was I, so I decided to leave, and I'll probably go back and visit here and there to see about my land and to see about the things that we started growing. My dad was really concerned about digging the soil right away. He said the soil gets really hard and compact after a certain time of year, and we went ahead and created 45-foot rows that were 3 foot wide. So far, we got a few things done over there in the new fish garden. We got 2 rows done so far. I need some wood chips to put in the middle right here. Not bad, right? Oh, coming along, coming along. My dad is already outside working. He's not playing any games. Hi, Dad. Good morning. You excited about the garden?
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
I said, are you excited?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily? Oh, okay.
Guess why? It's work.
It's work?
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. It is super windy here today, and we have another process of trying to prepare these beds. I'm very nervous because I already know that if we do not cover these beds, it's going to be weeds. And my parents don't have everything here to cover these beds so that nothing will grow here. Even though I knew the rows would do better if I put some type of barrier like cardboard covered with a few inches of compost, I went ahead anyway and planted a few seeds in one of the rows. I planted a little bit of zinnia seeds, bok choy, and beets. My mom collected a lot of washing machine drums that she plans on growing food in, so I took one to plant some carrot seeds. I tried being as resourceful as possible. I used old logs and stakes at the bottom, brown leaves, topped it off with goat manure my dad had lying around, along with a small amount of potting soil. I actually like that she will be growing food in the metal drums rather than the old tires. I planted the carrot seed by placing paper towels on the soil, then tapping my hand to distribute the carrot seeds. I then covered the paper towels lightly with soil. Since my parents did not start any seed for their summer garden, I decided to start a few seeds from my seed collection. After a heavy storm, a lot of my rows were washed away, so I had to re-establish these rows and rethink this garden idea. It rained really heavy, and so I have to mound it up and basically create like a little dip on the inside, or I guess like a swillish type thing. And I'm gonna see if I can make this a little deeper and make these beds higher up and see if that will work. The rows that we covered with the grass clippings, they actually look okay. They can be mounded up a little bit better. The one that I started seeds in, I'm going to leave it for now, and hopefully the seeds come up, and once they do, then I can know exactly what to do from here. Do not like gardening this way, but we're here.
Look, I'm horny.
There are so much rocks in the soil. I want to do a no dig method, but it's not really as possible here right now. Daniel missed us so much that he found himself in Tennessee, and I immediately put him to work.
At the top you have a shallow, deeper, so it'll gather.
Yeah.
Or deeper, shallower and shallower, and that way it will stop the water from just rushing down, because you still want water in the garden.
Daniel was giving us a lesson on how water would flow in the garden as far as it being on a slope, and we decided to just amend the beds to his advice. That was a lot of work, and now I'm going to plant some potatoes into these rows. I hope that this works out. I sent the boys to collect not a few, but as many leaves as they can find, so that I could at least cover up some of these beds. And when my mom went out, I asked her to see if she can find as much cardboard boxes as possible. Yay, leaves! I'm so happy. When you're planting a potato, you want the eyes, these are the eyes right here. You want them to be pointing up so that we can have some beautiful potatoes. I am making another trench 2 feet over so I can plant more potatoes here. And I want to keep the mound in the middle. And what I'll do is, as the potatoes grow, I would just cover left to right, and I'll get some straws or leaves or whatever I can find to put on the potatoes to mound them up as they grow. Now I'm just gonna cover up these potatoes, make sure that they're properly covered. My dad bought a bag of onions. I don't even know what kind of onions these are. Jackson onions? We planted as much onions as we can that day, and Daniel came in and out while he was working at his job. He still came outside and helped out with the garden, and I'm thankful and very grateful for that. We made a dent in the onions. Yeah. We then covered the onions with grass clippings. We did an entire row of onions, which we were supposed to only do half the row, but we did the entire row of onions, and I was so happy to get that day over with. So we are on to day 2 of planting our potatoes and onions, and we need to plant majority, if not all, into the ground because we are leaving tomorrow morning. If I am being honest, I was not ready to leave the countryside yet. I was enjoying the quiet. I missed my husband a lot, but I just enjoy the quietness of it. So now we're gonna plant our onions about 4 inches apart. My dad bought like a lot of onions, so I'm just gonna do 1 row of onions all the way down, just an entire row of onions because I'm in a rush Normally I would companion plant with the onions, but I don't have anything else that's really ready or anything at all except for potatoes and onions. So I'm just gonna do this entire row of onions. Putting the onions just right on top, and I'm putting these sides up. The soil was pretty soft, so I just twisted and poked the onions into the ground. I did not cover them because onions, you don't want to put your onions too far into the ground because you want them to expand and get larger. And onions like to be cool, so I instructed my parents to put some straw or spoiled hay or something on the onions as they grow. While we were working on planting the onion and potatoes on this day, my dad was actually in his home working on some railings. We could not wait to be finished doing all of this gardening. I was kind of tired and a little bit over it, but we got it done and I'm very proud of what we did. I did leave back some potatoes and some onions for my parents to plant for themselves, and I took a few back home with me. So we decided to go out on the town and just to get a few bites to eat and just enjoy the rest of the day before we head back home. So I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.